Good afternoon. How is everybody this Friday? Pie Day. um, my name is Julia Green. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I go live on Fridays. Today is at 4 o'clock because I usually work on this Friday. However, I had this Friday off. All the Stampin' Up! Demonstrators are at what they call on stage. Well, a lot of them, not all of them, obviously, because I'm not there. But they have a big event going on in Raleigh here in the United States. I believe Brisbane is another place that they're having on stage. Anyway, they're celebrating the new catalog. New catalog is coming out right around the corner. So the old catalog, we're getting ready to say goodbye to all the goodies in the old catalog. So I just wanted to mention that today. So if you still don't have one of these, and you collect them like I do, because they are not only a catalog, but they are also a great resource when you're looking for inspiration. So I have all mine from the 20 some years that I've been a demonstrator. I have everything. I have at least one copy of all the catalogs, celebration flyers, all that, because you guys know that when they do any kind of publication, it has tons of samples in it as well, with all the stamp sets and DSP and all that stuff. So they are a great resource to go back to. And I find myself every once in a while picking up an old one and looking at some of the old designs and stuff. And usually it gets me inspired, and I, end up coming in here and getting creative. So I just wanted to mention that we're going to be seeing a lot of things will be discontinued. As you know, they have a whole line of things that are card making or scrapbooking very simple for you. We have a huge kits collection. There's a bunch online. There's a bunch that you can get, the scrapbooking kits. We just have tons and tons of kits. From everything, like I said, from card making to if you need some little cute treat boxes, all kinds of fun goodies. And so a lot of that stuff will stay the same, especially the stuff that's online. However, in the catalog, in the beginning, we had this fun section that was called Quick and Easy Options. And there's a bunch of different ephemera, and there's different, let me see here, right here, different card bases, some ephemera, some really cute stamp sets. I like this one down here. You guys will see I have this one. Whoops, no, where am I? Right there. It's called, in a stamped sentiment, it's called Simply Said. And it covers a lot of what you would be looking for sentiments, and they're kind of smaller. So they it makes just a really nice go-to. As you can see, I have my things here. But so, and lots of card samples, as always, with all the ephemera and the different card things. And see what I mean about it's just a really good resource to go to. So if you don't have one of these and you want one, let me know. If you don't have a demonstrator that works with you, let me know, and I'll get you one, because I still have a few copies of this one. Okay. So what I decided to do today is they have showed a bunch of different things. They've all gotten the new catalog at On Stage. I unfortunately was unable to attend due to some circumstances I don't want to get into, but I'm a little disappointed because I didn't get to go. So, but it's all good. I'm here working on some things. I worked on some things in my craft room, lots of different things I've been working on. So, anyway, which is why I have today off, because I had planned on going. So I had put in for the time off, but then, like I said, circumstances came about and I was not able to attend. So today I decided, so in the catalog, we have some stamp sets that have carried over. As you know, the mini catalogs, some of the stamp sets carry over, some of them do not. And the other thing I wanted to mention, to go back to kits, I'm sorry. We have a new kit that just is releasing, and for Paper Pumpkin. Sorry, I'm losing my track here. Paper Pumpkin is our monthly subscription kit, as you know. And this is the next one coming up. This will be April's. I just think the box is really fun. So, but if you, oh, and I don't have the new add-on dies that go with it. But anyway, if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you know that Paper Pumpkin has switched over and is now on the Stampin' Up! Site. It used to be Paper Pumpkin had its own website, and now it is incorporated into the Stampin' Up! Website. There were some glitches, however, with that carryover. So if you are one of my subscribers and you've had any problems, either contact me or contact the company directly. I had some problems with mine. That's how I know. And I got those rectified this morning. So if you've had any problems, please, please either contact me or contact them as soon as possible. You don't want to miss out on anything. So on your subscription or anything like that. So definitely check that out. Okay. Check your emails. One of the problems I had was the email that I had on my Paper Pumpkin account no longer exists. So that was a little bit of an issue. All right. So, but they got it all straightened out for me this morning. So wonderful to deal with. Just call customer service and they'll help you out. So in the catalog, there are some stamp sets and dies. That's the other thing too. If you like some of the suites in here, or if you like some of the bundles, some of these things might carry over, but they might not be a suite anymore, meaning the DSP might not carry over. Some of the fun embellishments might not carry over. And so these are some stamp sets in here. These ones here are all ones that have been in different publications before. And so they might be discontinuing. So I decided to grab 2 of them today. And we're going to make some cards with the 2 that I grabbed today. And so these are 2 stamp sets that I know have been around and dies. So they might not be carrying over. And the first one I want to work with is called Sentimental Park. Okay, Sentimental Park came out in a couple publications ago. So I have my suspicions that this will probably not carry over. So the other thing is, as you know, we've changed over. We don't have the discontinued list and all that stuff anymore. We have the last chance products. So what happens is these things go into the warehouse. They are sold until there's no longer any more supply of them. So that's just something to keep in mind too. So don't be somebody afterwards that you saw the stamp set, were on the fence, and then all of a sudden decided you needed it because of maybe the anniversary sentiment, the graduation sentiment, something like that, and now you're looking for it on one of those other selling platforms. I'm not going to mention any names, but y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm going to put my sample over here because I don't really want you to see my sample yet. I'm going to work off my sample. All right, so I have grabbed Coastal Cabana because I just thought that was a fun color to go with today. I was feeling it. The sun is shining beautifully here in Connecticut. I know some parts of the country are not having such nice weather. We are fortunately having some really nice weather. So this is 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to fold that in half. That's going to give me that 4.25 by 5.5 card base. Okay. I've gone ahead and so this stamp set also came with matching dies. Okay. Lots of fun flower combinations that you can make in there. All right. A really nice stamp set. My stamp set is well loved, so it needs a little washing because they're losing their sticky. Something I wanted to mention with photopolymer stamp sets, they are sticky and they have a tendency of picking up dust and particles and maybe things from your blocks and all that kind of stuff. So at some point, sometimes so they're not as sticky as they used to be. So yeah, it's 60 something here too, Sandy. Hi, Emma. Oh, dark, cold, and rainy there. Yeah, I think you were part of the country that's supposed to be having some nasty weather, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that. So anyway, when these get so that they're not as sticky as they used to, you can wash them with I use dish soap, and I just put them in a little bucket and wash them up really good and then lay them out and let them dry, and then they get their sticky back. So you can wash them. Just use a nice mild detergent. You could use hand soap if you want. I've done that too because I'm up here on the 2nd floor in my house, and I have a bathroom up here. So sometimes I just do stuff in the bathroom up here, and so yeah, so I use hand soap. All right. So another thing to keep in mind is a lot of times the embossing folders that have been around for a while also might not carry over. This is one that I believe came out in this catalog. So this one might carry over, might not. So these are some things you need to do. Sit down with that catalog and really take a look at it and decide things that you really want. And put them on a wish list and just, and then prioritize what you really think would be great. You guys know me. I love embossing folders, and I think you should own them all because I just think they're a great way to add some 3D dimension to whether you're scrapbooking, card making, making little treat boxes, whatever. I just think embossing folders are so worth the investment. I think they're $10.50 around that, and I just think you'll use them over and over and over again. And they're one thing that I don't very rarely resell. I keep them all. I have a drawer full of them because I just really feel that you never know what one will look good with something. So we've used this one and we've gone ahead and we've embossed it. You can see I've embossed it with the same color. Okay, so nothing crazy here. Oops. And when I did this earlier, it worked just fine, but it's not going to work this time. So when you emboss cardstock, it distresses the cardstock. It stretches it out a little bit. So it makes it so that it's more susceptible to tearing and stuff. Also, you don't have as much surface. So it is a good idea to just grab your liquid glue and use your liquid glue. Now, I probably could have put a white layer behind this because you know me, I like to layer, but I didn't. So the white layer would also make your embossing maybe pop a little bit more. So just keep that in mind if that's something. I did not. I'm trying to get away from the whole layering thing. Partially because cardstock is going to go up. That's one thing that we've all been told is that the cardstock price is going to go up. And we all know that cardstock is made from trees. It's made from paper. Or it is paper. It's made from trees. It's just a sign of the times. And I'm trying to not let the sign of the times get to me. So, yeah, Sandy, when I finish here, I am going outside and getting myself some good old vitamin D. I have gotten myself some vitamin D all week, and I have to tell you, it has definitely done a ton for my disposition. All right, so we're going to bring this down. We're going to do it about a third of the way down, I think. And I'm going to go ahead and just use my Stampin' Seal. But I am going to put quite a bit on the back of this, again, because we're putting it on texture, so we want it to lay kind of flat. So we're going to come down about a third of the way, I guess, right about there. Now I've gone ahead and I've cut a whole bunch of flowers ahead of time. Oh, and you know what I didn't do? I didn't stamp it. Well, let's stamp on there and see how it's going to come out. It probably is not going to come out because I'm on the texture. So let me see. Let me see if I can do this here. I was able to pull it off. All right. Let's do the U. We're stamping in Calypso Coral, or Coastal Cabana. I don't know why it said Calypso Coral. All right, we're going to put U right there. And then we have Celebrate You. Yeah, I know Basic White sold out the minute they announced that it was going to go up in price. Because the packaging was also supposed to be different. But then I saw that they changed their mind on that as well. Which I'm kind of glad they did, because it was going to be a smaller package, so it was really going to go up a lot. All right, let's see if I can get this to pop back up off my table here. All right, so now my back is probably not as sticky as it was, so I'm going to grab a little liquid glue, and we're just going to kind of dabble it over that, because I really want this to, I don't want somebody's card to fall apart. All right, again, third of the way down, right about there. Now I only put adhesive in on this label part because I kind of wanted these to not stick right down. All right. So now I'm going to grab my liquid glue, and I need this big one. And I'm just going to put a little bit around the center. And we're going to put this big one down here, right underneath, right there. And then, let's see, this one here is going to go up here. And then this one here a little bit of liquid glue goes a long way, as we all know. All right. The ones that I've already done double layered where I've done the solid, and oh, I'm using pumpkin pie because it's pie day. So I decided to use pumpkin pie. And then this one is going to go down here. My friend Sandy posted today, or not Sandy, my friend Candy posted today, and she was saying it was pie day. Which pie was your favorite? Pecan pie, pumpkin pie, or peach pie, which are 3 of our colors. And I said peach pie, of course, which peach pie is actually my favorite pie. We have a bakery local here that does a peach and fruit. It's mixed. It has mixed fruit with the peaches in there, and it is one of my favorites. All right, so I've put dimensionals on these guys that I made ahead of time, and we're popping these up. We're doing 2 over there and 1 over here in this corner. Now I grabbed my white baker's twine. Now this is something else that's been in the catalog a couple of times. It comes as a package of all the neutrals: white, vanilla, black, gray, and crumb cake. And who knows, a lot of times when things have been in the catalog for a while, they have a tendency of saying goodbye. So these are so handy to have, these baker twines. I am a huge fan of them. Hey, Chels. So we're going to go ahead and put this right down here in this corner next to that flower. All right, so there's my first one done with the Sentimental Park. Here was my sample that I was copying off of. Oh, we need some little embellishments. So I grabbed these blooming pearls. Now, the embellishments have always been known to change. So just keep that in mind. If there's some embellishments in there that you really like and you find yourself using a lot of them, put them on your wish list. All right. Because a lot of these things, if they're not carrying over, they are going to become while supplies last. Okay. So I'm using these. These are a lot of fun. They're very pearlescent. And there is, I believe these are peacock. This might even be like granny apple or something, gold, and then pink. But because they have that lovely iridescent to them, they just kind of go with everything. Alrighty, there's our first one for you. Now, I haven't done anything on the inside, so I probably will come up with something for the inside. I just hadn't decided what. And I might just stamp something like that on the inside. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's grab that. Let's grab this right here. Let's put that on a block. Will it fit in this guy? Yep. All right, so we're just gonna take our Coastal Cabana and we're just gonna stamp that right here in the corner. Just like that. That works, right? And then I probably will do that on the envelope as well. There, that's pretty. All right, so there's my first one done with that. So I'm gonna get rid of that color. Now I did another one with different embellishments. Let me put this guy up here. All right, let's bring this one in. So here's another one. So the other fun thing about this stamp set is that it's a two-step stamp set as well. Excuse me, my goodness. So you have like the outline, and then you have like a filler, outline and a filler, outline and a filler. We also have this crosshatch down here, which is always kind of fun. And then all these great sentiments. So let's go ahead. So I started myself this time with a white thick card base. As you guys know, like I mentioned, there was rumor that that was not going to be available in anything but 12 by 12. However, they reneged on that rumor. And it is still going to be available. However, it is going to be more expensive. Prices are going up on all cardstock in the new catalog. And Sandy says they've already gone up because their supply of old stuff had already sold out. All right. So that's one of the luxuries of being a demonstrator, is you get in on some of these things. So they did announce that to us who are demonstrators. And of course the demonstrators jumped right on that. All right, so this paper here is from that lovely paper that is online. It's called Serene Love. It's a paper that they brought back, and they just did it in different colors. And so that's a real fun one, and that is on the last chance list too. All right, these dies are the countryside dies, which by the looks I put back. I thought I actually kept them out here. No, I did keep them out here. These are the countryside corner dies. So who knows? Again, they're just a fun shape. Good to have in your stash. If you're like me and you like to have different shapes on the fronts of your cards, these might be a good one. All right, so we did that in white. All right, now this guy comes from the Sentimental Park, another label. We're gonna go ahead and stamp him, but first I need to clean my stamp because I used the U, and this time we're going to do not let's celebrate, but we're going to do thinking of you. I just want to make sure they're clean. All right, navy. So I went ahead and I stamped all the flowers and stuff that we need, and I am using boho blue and Night of Navy. And the reason I picked boho blue and Night of Navy is because Pretty Peacock Garden Green and Gold and Petal Pink. Thank you, Sandy. I was close. I had the peacock, the gold. I just said pink. The garden green. It's funny because being that they're iridescent, I think you could use them on just about any green. All right. So we're going to stamp you down here at the bottom. And then we've got thinking of. We're going to put that up across the top here. All right. Now I went ahead and I put this guy on first, and then I built my flowers around. So what I was saying was I went ahead and used boho blue and Night of Navy, and the reason I picked boho blue is because it's one of the 5 in colors that will be retiring. On stage, they have announced the new in colors. You'll be surprised that one of the new in colors is a returning in color, very similar to what they have done with the in colors that we have now that are staying. We have Pretty in Pink, which was one of our colors before, and Pretty in Pink, we have one that'll be coming back too. All right, so these 2 sets of leaves, I stamped everything in Night of Navy, and then I did the boho blue as the filler. On the leaves, I wanted to do green, so I grabbed good old olive. And I didn't do these, so let's do these. Where'd my leaf go? Right there. So we're going to go ahead and stamp these in. And so this is what I meant about two-step stamping. You stamp one color as your outline and one color as your filler. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and we did this one just down here, and we slid this guy underneath. Just like that. This guy went right up the edge like this. This guy is underneath this. This one gets a dimensional. This one gets a dimensional. And this one goes here. I know, I was actually on the phone this afternoon, or this morning, Sandy, with Stampin' Up, and I told the girl, or the gal that I was talking to yesterday. I talked to a guy. I was on the phone with them yesterday too, because I had issues with my paper pumpkin transferring over. But the girl I was talking to today, I was telling her that I think one of the most disappointing things for me not going to on stage was not seeing that new catalog, and I'm so excited they actually brought it back where that's where they released the catalog, because that was something they did way back in the day, I think when we called it convention. So I put my little strip of the extra paper in there, and so I was telling her that that's probably the one thing that I miss about going to on stage, was getting my greedy little paws on the new catalog. All right, so these fun guys are called Tinsel Gems, and I'm using the yellow ones on the centers of my big flowers, okay? And then I did 3 of the dark blue ones, and I actually think these are blueberry bushel, but I was okay with that. And I just did 1, 2, 3 down on the bottom. It's a bright blue anyway, but I thought they looked pretty. And again, with the iridescent tinsel to them, I just thought they were pretty. And I just felt that that little spot down there needed a little something. All right, so there's my second sample for you today with Sentimental Park. So, like I said, Sentimental Park has been around, so go through that catalog, and if they are things that you think have been around for a while. Also, if you would like to get a new catalog from me, please just reach out to me, because I would be happy to make sure that if you are a customer of mine, you get a new catalog as soon as I get my new catalogs. All right, now, what was the other stamp set? Oh, yes, the other stamp set. All right, the other stamp set I decided to work with today. Let me make some room. All right, we got lots of markers here. We got ink pads, and we got a stamp set. All right. We are going to use Playing in the Rain. This is another really cute little stamp set that has been around, came out in a mini catalog, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's one that is leaving us. So let me get rid of what I don't need here and make some room. All right, so the first one we're going to make today is using the little turtle. Isn't he cute? So I did really like this stamp set when it came out, and it had DSP. So that's what I was talking about earlier. Oh, Berry Burst. Okay. Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Lemon Lime Twist, and Pretty Peacock. That Pretty Peacock, he gets in a lot of the fun things, doesn't he? All right, so here's my card I'm making today. As you can see, I've stamped the little turtle on both the card and on the envelope. Okay, so let me show you. We're using pumpkin pie in honor of Pie Day as our card base. Okay, and this fun paper is in the annual catalog, and I had yet to open up the package, so when I was going through my paper this morning and looking for something, I grabbed this. This is called To Market. This is a paper that I bought that I did not buy the stamp set. You guys know me. I am kind of a paper hoarder. I love me some paper. Look at the other side of that. Isn't it pretty? But I don't always necessarily like the stamp set that goes with the paper. So I buy the paper. So, and you'll see what a cute card this makes using Playing in the Rain. All right, so we did, that's our card. We have this fun plaid is in there. So we did that as our first layer on our pumpkin pie, and then we have our little strip on the inside. We've used 2 of the circles from Stylish Shapes. Again, these have been around, and who knows? I follow so many different demonstrators, and a bunch of people have been posting things, and I did see a die set that I think could replace Stylish Shapes. So, just saying. All right, we're going to stamp our little turtle guy. Just like that. Now, Oh Happy Day, which I really liked because I just feel like that could go with anything. It could be graduation, it could be birthday, it could be just you wanted to send a little card, anything. So we're going to do Oh Happy Day on this one. And we did that in the garden green, which is what our plaid is. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these 2 together. Look at that, isn't that fun? That's where my pumpkin pie came from. And then on the other side, we have some vegetables. And can you imagine why I bought this paper? Because it had what looked like to me I could use in a garden journal. So that was originally my thought. All right. And then we just went right ahead and layered this right in there. Just like that. Let's go ahead and color in our little turtle. So I used garden green, since we don't have that in a blend. I came in and I colored this part of his shell. Just like that. Now I grabbed the dark soft seafoam blend and I did his whole body with that. Not the under part of his shell, just the whole body. His little arms. He's holding that cute little flower, which matches our paper. Okay, and then I went over his shell, just like this. And by doing this with the blends over top of the Stampin' Right markers, you kind of blend the Stampin' Right marker so it takes out that thing like where you can see where you colored. All right, and then I came in with what other color would we be using today other than pecan pie. So I came in with the light pecan pie, and we're doing the underneath side of his shell. Alrighty, and then we're going to take that dark pecan pie and we're just going to give it a little, just a little highlight, a little shadowing, just like that. All right, and then I did come back in with my garden green. And again, just did a little bit of shadowing. Nothing too crazy. Just gives it a little depth. All right, now we have peach pie for the flower. And this is the dark one. And then pumpkin pie, the dark one. You got the shade for the green plaid. And I got it for the vegetables. So, all right. So this guy we're just going to lay flat. And we put him right here. Just like that. Then we're going to grab some dimensionals for Oh Happy Day. And I actually didn't look for any dimension or for embellishments for this, but it could probably use a little embellishing. And we're going to do Oh Happy Day down there. But I thought it was cute just as is. Now, I stamped my little turtle on my envelope. As you know, I've mentioned this before. When you're using the blends and stuff on the envelopes, you're going to want to put in when you're coloring, you're going to want to put in a scrap piece of paper in there, okay, before you color, so that it doesn't go through. If you want, you want the envelope to look nice. So you're going to color it, and then you take out your scrap paper, and you can see it did go through in a couple little spots, but it won't go through on the envelope, okay? And I just think that's really cute. Cute stamp set, all right? And there you go. Isn't that a cute card? I think it's pretty cute. All right. Now, the other one that I decided to do with this one is, oops, let's see if we can bring this in. Again, I grabbed my boho blue because boho blue is one of the colors that's going to be leaving us. So it's a good time to remember to get the ink refills so that I have to tell you, I have some retired stamp pads from I don't know how long ago, and I have to tell you that I still have the ink refills, so they're still going. All right, so I went ahead and this is 3 3/4 by 5, and then I did 3 3/8 by 5 1/8 of the black to give me like a little frame, and I just really liked how that looked out. Now I went ahead and I stamped this background already. So we have the raindrops, which are in the stamp set. I'm going to go ahead and mount this. The little flowers, the little puddle, all this stuff is already in the stamp set. Now, the big puddle is part of the bunny. So what I did was I took my black marker and I just went around the puddle and I stamped that there because I'm going to show you why I did it that way. Let's go ahead and mount this right to the front of the card. Okay, then I stamped my bunny, and I punched him out. So see, he's going to go right there, but we're going to put him on dimensionals. Then I punched out the clouds. I stamped those in gray, actually smoky slate, and I did the little umbrella, and I've already gone ahead and cut him out. So I want his little raincoat to match his umbrella. So we are coming in with light granny apple green. What a fun, bright little raincoat. When Olivia was little, we had bright green galoshes that she outgrew very quickly. All right, and we're just coming in with the dark granny apple green and giving it a little highlight. I grabbed the light pretty in pink, and I am going to just do the insides of his ears and his little nose. He's a very cute bunny. And he goes good for, Easter, whatever. All right, so let's plop these over. Grab my dimensionals. I need a little dimensional for the umbrella. Let's put a little dimensional there. oops, I have my other little puddle, which I went ahead and colored in with my boho blue. Let's go ahead and color in our flowers. So again, peach pie, and then pumpkin pie for the center. I wish you guys could see the sun shining through my windows right now. I can't believe the chickens were making all kinds of noise before, but they actually got quiet. They are so happy that the weather is changing. Them good girls have been laying me some eggs, which has been very nice with the price of eggs. I think Mr. Green brought in 4 or 5 last night, which was very exciting. All right, let's go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back of my cute little bunny here. Alrighty, I'm going to put a dimensional on each one of my clouds. Maybe 2 on this one. All right, let's go ahead. And we're going to put the little bunny right there because he's playing in the puddle. Something Miss Olivia and I like to do. And Chloe too. We see a puddle. I'm like a big kid when I see a puddle. I have to go splash in it. We're going to put his little umbrella here because he's carrying his little umbrella, but he's got his little umbrella with him. All right, and then we're going to put the clouds across the top. Isn't this cute? I thought it was pretty cute. And it says, rainy days are better with you. Isn't that cute? And I think what I'm going to do with him is I'm going to stamp the bunny on the inside like we did with the other one. And I'll show you. So there's this other cute little fox too with the umbrella in this one that's really cute. So let's grab the bunny. So you can see the bunny has the puddle attached on the stamp. And so what I did was I inked up just the puddle and stamped that there and then did the bunny because the die doesn't cut out the puddle. So there's the bunny die, but it doesn't cut out the puddle, which I thought was kind of weird. But anyway, we made it work, right? All right, let me grab the boho blue. Which do I have? Oh, where do I have it? I have it somewhere here. Oh my goodness. Where did I put you, boho blue? Good. Oh, there it is. When all else fails. When all else fails, there it is. All right, let's just go ahead and stamp him. And I think we're going to do boho blue on boho blue. I think we're going to stamp him right in the center. And you still can write over top of him or around him, but I think that's cute. And I probably will stamp him on the envelope and color him in on the envelope. All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever else is watching. All right. So those are 2 stamp sets that I think will probably not carry over into the new catalog. I'll be surprised if they do. But if they do, you guys can hold me to it. So anyway, like I said, a lot of the stamp sets that have been around, they will say goodbye to. So, alrighty. The only protein I can eat is eggs. Oh my goodness. Well, the girls have been very nice in laying us some eggs. All right, so where did my little turtle guy go? Here's my little turtle with his envelope. Let's bring this back so you can see all 4. So there you have it. Yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much. I went a little over my time. I didn't want to be on here as long, but hopefully you've enjoyed. Don't forget March is National Craft Month. Get out and do some crafts. If I haven't sold you on card making, I hope that, so sad for those colors to be leaving. Yes, Emma, me too. Hopefully, if I have inspired you to make cards, let me know, and I can hook you up with a catalog and get you started on some really fun card making. All right, I think that's everything. I think I mentioned everything that I wanted to mention, and I'm going to go soak up some vitamin D. So I'm going to head outside here shortly, open the garage door, check out some dahlia tubers, and yes, definitely get out and do some things in the sun. So the sun is definitely what the doctor has ordered for me anyway. So all right, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Stop back Sunday morning. We'll be doing coffee and a card here, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I think that's it. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and hopefully we'll all be stamping together real soon.